let's run through a couple examples using GoalSeek to solve equations for us. So the setup here is pretty basic, and we can use this with any equation we want to solve. There are other variations you can use instead. I'm just going to show you the one way just to make it as simple as possible. So to start off with, I've got an X guess, and again, this is completely a guess. 1, 0, 23, it doesn't matter. Just put a number in there for a wild guess. Now, the next part is a little more important. We're going to type in the left side of the equation as a formula. And so to be a formula, two important things. It has to start with an equal sign, and then we'll have 2 times. But rather than X, what we want is to cell reference our X guess. So in this case, it's cell A4. I'll be putting it in place of X. And then the rest of the equation is plus 5. And then the right side of my equation is simply equals 31. Okay, now the weird part you have to remember is the difference. And the difference is going to be the difference between the left side of the equation and the right side of the equation. Our goal is to get that difference equal to 0. Right now the difference is negative 24. We want that to be 0. So when we pull out GoalSeek, which is under the Data tab, and then go to the What If analysis and GoalSeek, it will say what cell are you interested in changing, and that's the difference. And what we want to change it to is a value of 0. And we're going to make that happen by changing our guess, because after all, our guess was simply a guess. We hit OK, we wait a minute, and it comes up with a solution. The reason this is a solution is it's a value for x that makes the left side equal to the right side. And of course, when the left side's equal to the right side, the difference is 0. So our solution to that equation is x equals 13. The next example, I have a quadratic equation equal to a linear equation. So this one is either going to have one solution, no solution, or 2 solutions. I'm pretty sure it has 2 solutions. So again, for our guess, throw in whatever number you feel like. When we find the second solution, we'll have to talk about that. That our guess is going to be a little more important. The left side of the equation, again, we're going to type it in, but instead of typing in x squared, we're going to type in a9 squared. There we go, a9. And then to get the exponent, I'll use the up arrow key, which is shift 6, or the caret key. So a squared plus 5x, and I'll have to put in the multiplication sign because Excel doesn't do implied multiplication. So a9 raised to the power of 2 plus 5 times a9. And then the right side of my equation, again, is a formula, so I need to start with an equal. And then 3 times x plus 3. And then the difference, oh, I made a pretty good guess there, didn't I? Is going to be the left side subtract the right side. Enter. Okay, I actually have a solution right there. How about if I change my guess here to something else just so we get the practice running solver? Okay, so when x is 2, my left and right side are different than each other, and I've got a difference of 5. So when I run solver, what if analysis, when I run GoalSeek, I want this difference to be 0 by changing my guess, and I'll click OK. And I come up with a little bit off, not exactly 1, because it's doing some estimating in there. I can do a little rounding, verify that, yeah, when x is 1, both the left and right side are 6. And again, I was pretty sure this one has a second solution. So this is where I need to be a little more careful with my guess, because when solver looks for a solution, it tries to find the answer closest to your initial guess. So my second guess, I'm going to want to pick a number that's a ways from 1, so that hopefully I find a second solution. So maybe I'll try negative 10 here as my guess. And just to be lazy, I should be able to grab these cells and just drag them down. Whoops, a little too far there. And Okay, having a little trouble doing that. Let me try that again. Get my black plus, drag down, there we go, my black plus, drag down, my black plus. That just saves me typing everything in a second time. And looks like I didn't quite get it that time. Okay, having a little trouble there. So this one is that cell, subtract that cell, and this one is also this cell, subtract that cell. There we go. Okay, so going to run GoalSeek again. And again, I want that difference to be 0 by changing that guess. And see how we do with our second guess. Okay, and then I'm finding my second solution. Looks like when x is -3, the left side is -6 and the right side is -6. So I have two solutions to that equation, +1 and -3.